So me, I don't want to say it's going to be hard because I know that words are powerful and we can manifest things just by the tonation of our voices and our sounds. I would say it will be a little difficult, but I think that if you have to find men that's not afraid of death. Because that's what they always use against us, death. And a Negro would sell their soul for death. A Negro would sell out they brother for death. A Negro would sell out their lifetime soul partner and friend for death. So I think once we start teaching, I think it's going to take education. We need to revamp the education platforms and the education schools and teach what true education is. You know, a lot of people think education is just going and learning your ABCs, your 1, 2, 3s, and your math and reading fundamentals. Now, that's fundamental shit that we do need to learn. But it's things that's on top of that. True education is meeting the needs for your tribe and for your people. So like you have to look into your community and see what the problem is and what's going on right now. One thing is so-called black on black crime. And the reason why I'm saying so-called because black is the color of me in your shirt. Of course, we're not black. We're copper melanated aboriginal beings from the Americas. Well, and some is yeah. But I think the first thing is education. Education is meeting the needs of a people. So we have to look into the community and look at all the things that the people need or things that are destroying and crushing the community. One of them is black on black crime. So then you have to get to the root cause. Where is this coming from? And why is black people robbing black people? Obviously you robbing somebody because you need something and there's a system that's in play that's not giving it to you. So now you have to start creating these institutes and these systems that create programs to give people, because if a brother need $500 to pay his rent and he putting on his black gloves and his black mask and he got his gun, he going out to get it. If I can be an intercessor or a mediator between the point of him going to the victim and him picking up his gun, if I can meet him right here and like, look, nigga, here go $500. You want to keep this coming, this is how you keep this coming in. What is the likely chances of him still going to risk his life, being away from his children, going to prison for the rest of his life, going to kill a victim and rob? He ain't gonna do it. He gonna take the 5. He gonna be like, look, show me the way. So that's education.
Yeah, but the important thing is you gotta have that 5.
Yeah. So whenever you're building a community, there are certain structures and there are certain functionalities that go into play. Every community have to have food.
Some niggas got their mind made up though.
Yeah, and look, but look, there's a war coming.
Yeah.
There's a war coming. And in this war, it's gonna be the righteous versus the evil. And as fucked up as we don't want to accept it, it's going to be a lot of us versus us. Now, in something like that, I'm cool with that. Because this is for the future survival of my children, of my community, of my people. You either got to get with that shit or get gone. So we can't act like the inevitable is not going to happen. You know, the more and more consciousness is rising. You know, brothers and sisters are speaking out. This is becoming a new rap shit. This conscious shit is becoming a new wave. Herbalist is popping up everywhere. Thought leaders, critical thinkers is popping up everywhere. You see little bitty Malcolm X's and Louis Farrakhan's running around this motherfucker rapping. So the more and more we raise this high energetic frequency, the more and more the low energetic thought forms is going to be thinking of ways to come back. This is spiritual warfare. War is coming between the so-called black righteousness people and the so-called black evil people. It's coming. So for the ones that got their mind made up and can't get right, I'm just here to say this message. I have over 100,000 vegans that don't eat meat, that don't drink, that don't smoke, that read every day, that work out, that actually practice combat training, that know how to use a gun, that know how to use their mind. They dick is not their God, they belly is not their God. You don't want to fucking go to war with a nigga who know who they truly is. So get your mind right. Or don't. You see what I'm saying? But the war is coming. The war is coming. Every community deal with themselves but so-called black America. When you look at the Jewish community, they have a Jewish police station, they have Jewish banks, they have Jewish priests. I mean, so this is what I was trying to say. Whenever you build any community, it has these 4 fundamental principles. Everyone have to have an education system, or what you would call a school. Everybody have to have a hospital, or what you would call a healing mechanism. You see what I'm saying? Everybody else will have to have economics, meaning you have to have your own bank. And then last but not least, food and water. Do we own our food and water? No, we don't. half of us is just now getting into black farming. So we need to learn how to grow our own food. We need to learn how to siphon our own water from the geo depths of the earth. We need to learn how to build our own education institutes. We need to learn how to use money or use a way of exchange, because money ain't even really the way of exchange. We can do barter and trading. If I'm growing 100,000 apples and you growing 100 potatoes, where do we need money at? Let's make an exchange. And that's why education is so important. These are things that we need to start putting back in the community before we can get our identity back. The problem is, bruh, we don't know who we are. We don't know who we are. We don't know where we are. We don't know what we are. We don't know why we are, and we don't know when we are. When we start answering those questions, it's going to make us not only look at ourselves different when we look at our reflections, but it's going to make me look at you and you different. The love is different. Me knowing that I'm a god, me knowing that I'm a king, that I come from royalty, I automatically look at you like you a god, a king that come from royalty. Or that's why I greeted you peace goddess.
Right.
No matter what you going through and how you operating, because we see gods can fall and operate out of their lower selves sometimes. But if I keep reminding you who you are, just maybe, prayerfully, and hopefully, that's going to ignite something deep within your subconscious mind to make you change your fucking reality. Words is not always the powerful thing that come from your mouth. It's the expressions with the intentions.
Who do you think like are some people that people should look to for knowledge, like maybe a 19 Keys and others, like people.
Shouts out to 19 Keys. He from St. Louis as well, South Side. That's another St. Louis brother.
My brother.
That's another St. Louis brother right there.
So somebody like that, maybe spit a few of those names.
I got you.
And if you're comfortable or uncomfortable, don't matter. But maybe there's a few names that you feel like, hey, we should stray away from that type of energy and that type of knowledge.
I got you. First name you said.
Hey, get water.
First name you said was 19 Keys. It's a good brother to get a lot of. He's a critical thinker. That's a good person to learn how to analyze, to learn how to think. Dr. Amos Wilson. Y'all look him up. That's a psychiatrist, a so-called black psychiatrist. Amazing. Dr. John Henrik Clark. That's another one, man. Got literature out here, books out here, show you how to move and groove, how to operate within your environment. Of course, Malcolm X. Look up a lot of his lectures. Dr. Khalid Muhammad. These are another brothers that you can look up and look up and look into. Yeah. See, sometimes you gotta make sure, man. You gotta make sure.
I need to hear that pop.
Yeah. So them are people, that I think though, and I think reaching 19 Keys is most definitely a good one. But even for me, I will even go higher. Like, who taught your 19 Keys? You know what I'm saying? Who taught your Yah'kis? Which is me. Them the people I'm trying to get to. So everyone I just named are older ancestors that is no longer with me. Like, who I was personally taught by is Dr. Layla Africa. You know what I'm saying? May the Most High rest his soul. I want to give him a moment of silence to him and Dr. Sabi real fast. Ashe. So you see what I'm saying? So the whole thing is try your hardest to always go to the source of things. Not saying Keys is not the source of his own knowledge. He's smart enough and he's intellectual enough to take the knowledge that he got from experience and then from these other teachers and make his own thing up out of it. But I really like reaching deep into the depths of knowledge, and them the ones that got the gray beards, man. There's something about them brothers that's just hard, that they like concrete, man, and they gonna be here forever and ever, just like me and Keys is making our mark now, and our names is gonna be mentioned millenniums after we gone.
And there was some people, maybe, I don't know, be musically, outside of music, that you like, not necessarily that we're hating on their message or hating on them, but some people that you just like, you might tell your seeds or your family like, nah, we need to kind of stay away from
anybody that's talking about degrading the black woman, anybody that's talking about killing your brothers and sisters, robbing, doing drugs, popping mollies, doing Xans, no matter who it is. I'm not here to discriminate anybody, any name. All right then. So now the next question need to be this then. Once we take that away, because some people, even if this message reach 1 million, only about 100 gonna really take heed to what we saying. Yeah. So now once we take them away from that environment, you have to put something in place back there. There's a actual brother. His name is Free Soul. He's a conscious artist. He's from Philadelphia. One of the dopest artists that I done ever heard with the consciousness. He spelled his name FR33SOL. You know what I'm saying? And he didn't pay me to say this or do this. This was all based off of your question. That's somebody that raps amazing. It's another brother from Detroit named Courtney Bell. Courtney Bell from Detroit. He been running around with 6ix9ine a lot lately. You know what I'm saying? This another conscious artist that don't speak about degrading the so-called black goddess, that don't talk about killing his brothers or sisters, that don't talk about popping mollies, raping, and don't talk about these, because these things is what's molding and shaping the minds of the youth. You see what I'm saying? So like, we have to understand, there's a quote that says food for thought. It's more than just what you putting into your body. It's what you putting into your 7 senses. We eat more than just food. You know, you eat your environment. So if we can change the environment, we can change the trajectory, and we can change the way that we're living in this reality, man.
Real shit. What about in some type of fairness, they say if you knew better, you do better. What about the people who have not been exposed, they haven't been awakened, or they didn't have the trauma that you had to enlighten them? Like, what's your approach?
My approach to that is doing what we're doing now, coming here on these airways and just spitting the raw fact truth and hoping they get it. And if they don't, hope that they experience, that they receive, because everybody got to deal with the universe. Just hoping that won't be their last experience. Maybe it'd be a scare straight tactic like it was with me, because we all need to bump our heads. I don't believe in, having children out here and you just giving them your wealth. I believe that you need to work your children hard. I believe that you need to be hard on your children. I believe that the world is hard. I believe that society is hard. So in order to truly raise a high quality man and a high quality woman, they're going to need to experience some type of struggle in life. So, I'm not here to stand between you and your karma. I step out of the way and let you get that, because hopefully going through that traumatic karma experience, you're able to rearrange the way your neurological aspects is actually manifesting out here, and you can truly start walking in your true path and in your true nature.